They make money, and we make money. Everybody makes money. What are you looking at?
Do you shave your legs?
I don't shave. No.
Someone's been on a boat too many weeks.
What do you mean shave my legs?
Because you got like little spots.
That's where your socks go, and your hair wears off. Man, come on. I was in the middle of a video here. I have a Home Depot load coming in, and I'm going to tell everybody about it if it works out. I think I found the actual contract holder for Home Depot. At least they're telling me they're the contract holder. And other people that I know in the industry are affirming it. I picked up a general merchandise load. I'm going to have to check my files, but I think I paid $4,500 for the general merchandise load. They're saying it's between 24 and 30 pallets, all general merchandise. They used to sell it by the category, like you could just buy tools or bath or lighting, but they stopped doing that right now because it's easier just to sell all the loads, and then you're not stuck. You know, I know they get stuck with like flooring loads, right? Because nobody likes to buy the flooring loads. At one time they were like giving away flooring loads, but the problem is to ship it to me from Georgia was more than I wanted to pay for the whole load. So even if they gave me a free flooring load, I didn't want to pay the $2,000 to get it shipped to me. But, you know, there's money in everything in that stuff. So this is the first time I bought 2 loads because I figure if I got one crappy load and one good load, I'd average them out and see if I want to continue. If this works, I want to buy 2 loads a week from this gentleman, from this organization of the Home Depot merchandise, because that's really what people like in the pallet sales. Oh, and let me tell you about pallet sales. You can definitely see prices and inventory coming back and going a little bit lower. I think like I'm seeing a lot of Amazon mediums right now where I was paying $10,000 for them. I see them advertised now for like $7,000. I'm seeing more smalls becoming available. It just seems like the inventory is loosening up a little bit. We were in a crunch there a little while ago, but now it seems to be getting a little bit better. I get my smalls in from my distributor, who I regularly buy from. He's been pretty good on consistent on inventory, so I can keep my bin stores stocked up. I can't afford to sell them anymore. I don't care how many I got to store in my tractor trailers out back. I just can't sell them because when there's a drought, I'm always out. So this is James, right? James is a local dealer, right? He sells us lots of merchandise. He's got some toys for us. I'm not allowed to talk about Disney? Toys. He picks up from Disney and resells the stuff to us, makes some money. He's a guaranteed genuine hustler, so I love this guy.
What kind of toys?
No, not those kind of toys. Real toys. Real toys.
For that, we help you unload it.
So James, say something to the camera. Listen to this guy's accent. Say something to the camera.
Don't worry, I've got a local auction house. I buy by the pallet. I buy off Tom every single week. I get the Amazon loads. I get the CVS, all kind of stuff. I sell it. He's a great friend with me, and we do business back and forth.
Don't you just love this guy's voice accent, huh? That's right. I mean, so the bottom line is find the dealers in town. There's lots of dealers everywhere you live, everywhere you go. You know, they can do the work for you out in the community, out in the neighborhoods, hustling, finding the deals, and they bring them back to you into your store. And you know, they make money, and we make money. Everybody makes money. What are you looking at?
Do you shave your legs?
I don't shave. No.
Someone's been on a boat too many weeks.
What do you mean shave my legs?
Because you got like little spots.
That's where your socks go, and your hair wears off. Man, come on. I was in the middle of a video here.
So, are you drinking the right amount of water fluids? Because your ankles are swollen, or are you pregnant?
They're not swollen.
You're pregnant, aren't you?
My ankles aren't swollen.
On you.
You can tell if he's retaining water.
I know, that's what I said.
No, he's just red. He just has his new complexion from being out.
It's from the boat. I'm on a boat. So you're telling me some broke people with no money came in here to steal and ended up spending 300-something bucks?
I sure did. I just found the pieces I needed, and you don't shove something down a couch if you just don't want it. Maybe you.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've never done it in my life, but I really don't know how other people act. I might bring up, but I try to stay away from consignment. But you know, the truth in every negotiation is this: you have an offer, right? You have two people in a negotiation, and you have an offer. The first person to speak loses. So you say to somebody, "I'll give you 30 cash or 50 store credit," and then you just shut up, and you wait, and you wait, and you wait.
So but you should say something back if you don't agree with it.
Yeah, like.
There are so
Okay, go ahead.
There are so many countries that you go to, if you don't barter with them, they will not talk to you, because that's just how they, I mean, and I've lived in some of them countries. You go to Italy and you go to one of their markets, they want, if you don't barter the first item that you want to buy, and they tell you how much it is, if they don't barter, they will take it out of your hand and put it back on the shelf, and they won't work with you. They won't sell to you. Now, they're not going to refuse your money, but they will not, there's no customer service.
So
None.
what started our conversation was, from the day when we first started this is how you told us you wanted to operate. You wanted the...
Actually, he didn't.
No, he
He
didn't.
kind of did, but kind of
He's like,
didn't.
this is how we operate, this is what we want.
What do you mean, the 30, 50,
The
60?
30, 50, 60.
To explain it to the
explain
customer.
customers. And all of a sudden it's like, Paul comes up and goes, Tom, don't want you doing that.
No, I've never, because in my old store in New York, which is 10 years ago, my rule was the same. We never said anything to the customers about that. I mean, once again, I'm not hiding it. They don't need all that. There's so many people that are just going to say yes. We go through this whole rigmarole when they're just going to say yes.
Yes.
So just say 30 cash or 50 store. You know, we would pay 30 cash or 50 store credit, and then stop.
But like I said last night, we have A, B, and C items.
Right, but-
So an A item that we don't have in the store, like right now, a window air conditioner, there are none. If one comes in, I would pay more than 30% to get one in.
My next question is going to be, so when I have a customer that goes, so how do you buy?
Then you can explain.
Okay.
Then you can explain. But normally I still wouldn't even give percentages, because if it's a C item, we're only paying 20%. It's an A, you know, I would say, you know, you bring it in, I'll give you a cash offer, a store credit offer, and a consignment offer. And consignment is always double the cash offer. You know, that's how I say it. I never tell them the percentages. And then, and what it also, what you'll find if you come out with all this information, that you'll find that you'll bring in, somebody bring in a table like that table. You pay them $20, right? And then you're like, I might be able to get $100 out of this. You put it on the floor. Then they come in the next day. They're like, wait a minute, you didn't pay me enough money.
And we have that. We have had it in the past.
Right.
Because somebody will lowball, and then we're turning around and putting it out for a lot more than what we paid for it when we said 30%.
No, I mean,
and I don't want to do that. That's our reputation.
To me last night made total.
Or what about times when people like bring out a box, like, and you know, you don't even say a word, they put a box on the table, they're like, can I get $10 out of this? And you're looking and you're like, whoa, yeah, here you go. Right?
Yeah, don't even question it.
I mean, I don't even go, I look at it, yeah, I'll do that. There you go. You know, now they come in next time and somebody explained 30%, they're like, wait a minute, that box, you know?
Because I mean, she told you that horror story. I've sold my comic books. And I knew going into it, it was a comic shop.
$6,000 worth of comics.
So this just came in, it's a brass compass. It's from 1941. And it's kind of neat because on the back it says it's made for the Royal Navy of London. Made for the Royal Navy in London. It says Henry Hughes Sons Limited of London, 1941. Solid brass. It's really, really cool. You know, I was surprised. I thought for sure it would have a value of about $100, maybe $200. But when I look it up on eBay, it's only selling for, you know, about $30 to $40. What we found this in was like a junk drawer. Somebody brought in a drawer just filled with, you know, 100 junk items. And you buy the whole drawer for 10, 20 bucks, you know, whatever you kind of see in the items. And, you know, then look through it and see if there's any cherries, any winners in there. You know, because the truth is, when somebody brings in a large lot of stuff like that, you don't have enough time in business to sit down and look everything up. You know, like I hate it when people bring me in baseball card collections, right? Because they bring in 30,000 cards. What am I gonna do? Sort through 30,000 cards? And then, you know, it takes me 7 hours, and at the end I find out they're all commons, they took the good ones out? No. I tell them, listen, find the 10 best cards in there and let me see them. And then they pull them out, I look those 10 cards up, and then I base the whole collection off those 10 cards, what I think the value of the collection and what I'm willing to pay for it. So, you know, buying in bulk is really the way to profit, to make a lot of money, to maximize your profit, right? Generally estimate what you're gonna do, what you're gonna buy. Like one time we had a guy bring in, Paul, what did he bring in, like 3,000 comic books? Yeah, I think we had it in another video, didn't we? So this guy one time brought in 600 comic books, right? I'm looking through them, they're not old, they're nothing special. And we sell comic books, regular comic books for $1. We pay a quarter for them. So I gave the guy $150. I'm not gonna look up 600 comics, right? So we pay him $150, the guy's happy and he leaves, and then we start going through, then I go through the books, because we like to bag and board all of our books, put them out there for $1, it just makes them hold up a little bit better. So in these comic books, we found New Mutants 98, and it never been opened, never been creased. You know, so that book in really good condition sells for about $1,000 alone. So we bagged and boarded that book, you know, and so we're selling that for, you know, probably about $500 in our store. But it's a great collectible comic book. So buy in bulk, and then, you know, when you get time, go back through it. But you just can't possibly base all your bulk purchases that you're going to find these home runs in there, because most of the time you're not going to find these home runs. I mean, you can see, if you look over here, we have baseball card collection, comic book collections, record collections. We have all these collections, record collections. We have all these collections over here that we just need to get to sometime. Baseball card collection. There's more record collections behind my money suit. This is the famous money suit. There's more record collections. We just don't have time to look up when somebody brings 400 records in. There's not enough time, you know, so we just base them on a general value, bring them in. When we get time, we'll look them up. We're gonna sell most of them for $1, but there's gonna be some home runs in there, some $50, $100, maybe even $200 records in there.